Okay, so we're going to start a Champions game. We're just going to be testing out two of my heroes. Some of my older heroes I want to have a look back on because I'm pretty sure they're a little bit, they might be a little bit broken or just not that great right now. I've made some changes to, so we're going to be playing Captain Jack Harkness and the Doctor, specifically the 11th generation. So the plan is eventually I'll actually get around to doing the rest of the generations. Yeah, so we're going to be testing them out. The Doctor's whole thing is that he can't actually attack, but every minion engaged with him gains vulnerable, and whenever he defeats a side scheme or a minion is discarded, we deal 3 damage to the villain or an elite minion. And I'm just noticing all the format problems because none of the traits are in the trait font now. And the Doctor is lowercase as well. Yeah. And Jack Harkness's whole thing is he has a few Torchwood supports, and he also cannot be defeated in hero form, but when he is, he can't immediately change to hero form the next turn, so you have to be a little bit more careful than something like Deadpool, where you just immediately pop back up and destroy things. He doesn't necessarily like dying, but he can avoid dying. So we've got an aggression precon for the Doctor and a protection precon for Captain Jack. Doctor's going to go first, so we're just going to draw up our hands here. Do you kind of want Gwen down? She's pretty decent support. We don't need any of these right now, and probably don't need 2 find covers. Okay, so we've got Tosh. Sure will help us get some of our upgrades and things down, so we're going to draw 6 here. Okay. Oh, sorry, yeah, so we should discard until we get a minion. Get a minion here. We obviously want ingenuity. Song is not bad here. Looking for trouble. Do we care about looking for trouble? Not right now. There's no threat on the main scheme. Attack team is pretty helpful because then we can actually deal damage elsewhere. We're going to get rid of Professor X, and we'll keep River Song for now. We'll draw 2 more. Okay, so we do have Bring It, which is okay. Okay, so we're going to do Bring It, hope for a double. We don't get a double, okay. We're going to spend 1, 2, unfortunately, to get our ingenuity. We're also going to do his action to search for the TARDIS. And add it to our hand. We're going to put out Hidden Darkness, so Doctor cannot thwart the scheme, cannot remove threat from the scheme, but when defeated we get to distribute X status cards, where X is the number of friendly characters in play. Then we're going to spend 1 for the TARDIS, and that will let us be able to get minions so that we can actually deal some damage and bring over minions from here into here to be engaged with the Doctor. We're then going to exhaust this. Oh no, we're not. We're going to did we do that? I think it's a bit early to do that because we haven't actually got any stuns and refuses, so I don't want to do that quite yet. So we're just going to thwart for all 3 off of here. Because we'd have to get another minion, and I don't think we can work with that at the moment. Okay, over here, discard a card from your hand, search your deck for a Torchwood card and add it to your hand. I don't think we want to do that. We've already got Gwen that we want to get out, and we've got Tosh that we want to get out. Unfortunate truth is I don't think we can get both of them out, so I think we're going to start with Tosh. Then we're going to use Find Cover to get an Endurance out. I'm actually going to give the Endurance to the Doctor. And then, do I flip up? I might. What's this for? It's 42. It's only attacking for 1 right now. What we do, we flip up, and then we're actually going to fall off of here, because the Doctor can get rid of this next turn anyway. He's not going to be able to get rid of this, so it'd be helpful to get rid of it here. So then we're going to ready up. We're going to draw 3 here, and 4 here. Okay. One, two. He is attacking here. We could defend, but I think we're just going to take it. We've got 13 health. He gets tough, and he deals 2 damage. 1, 2. Then Weapons Runner is going to hit us for 1. Okay, then he's attacking over here. We could Powerful Punch here, but we do want Gwen out, which will take up most of our hand, so unfortunately. So we're just going to take it. Luckily it doesn't deal damage to us, so we don't have to exhaust. Encounter card and encounter card. Immortal Cool. So it's going to get 6 foot here, and he gets an extra 10 health, so he's on 34. When revealed. Okay, we've got 3 side schemes, which is annoying because we seemingly haven't got most of his fort cards. We're just getting all of his player side schemes, which is slightly concerning over here. So I think we still want Gwen out as a priority. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3 to get Gwen out. We are then going to, which do we focus on? We're going to fort for 2 here. And we're going to fort for 2 here. That is going to, you know what I'm going to do. Do this, shrink it down a bit. Which means that's defeated. So 2 things happen. We distribute X status cards of a choice between characters in play. So we're going to stun Curl, and we're going to confuse Weapons Runner. So because we defeated a scheme, because the scheme was defeated, we get to deal 3 damage. We just knock off the tough. Then the Weapons Runner is not a non-elite, so he gains vulnerable, so the confused makes him discard, which means we get to deal 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Because Gwen Cooper, actually there's still one more, so we're going to give it tough to the Doctor. Because Gwen used a basic power, we get to ready a Torchwood card. Oh, actually, before we did that then, we're going to exhaust Tosh, then used her basic power to ready her and exhaust her again. And then we can get energy power out for free. And I forgot to change the counters. Okay, so that is Jack Stone done. We do want Amelia Pond out. She's going to be very helpful. We don't really need investigating the cause yet. We're just trying to set up. So I'm going to spend 1, 2 to get out Amelia Pond. I'm then going to get our side scheme back out. Now the question is, what do I want to thwart? Do I want to thwart here and try and stop the hazard? That might be worth it rather than try and go for the crisis. I think we do. So we're going to thwart for 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to use Amelia Pond so we can exhaust. Rory's not in place, it's only 1 mental for River. Because River comes into play, we have to discard until we get a minion, which is Whirlwind, which is probably not what we wanted really. Could attack with River, but I worked out my numbers wrong. So it might actually be better to attack with River. No, we are just going to thwart for 1 off of here. Okay, we're going to ready, and we're going to ready. We're going to draw 5 more here, and we're going to draw 6 here. Okay, we do have a Bring It, which will be nice. We have an Owen Harper. Okay, 1, 2, 3, because he's acceleration icon. Goes to attack Jack, but he's stunned. He attacks the Doctor. We've got a tough, so we're just going to take it. So 2 damage hits the tough. Then Whirlwind's going to deal 2 damage here, and Whirlwind's ability is also resolved against another hero, so each other hero, so he takes 2 more damage. And some character cards. We get an extra character card because of illegal arms factory. So he's going to stun us if he hits us now. And we've got a minion we've got. And discard cards from top of the deck until massive evil minions discarded. We're getting flooded here. Okay. So here's the Doctor's turn first. So we're going to bring it. Draw 2 cards. Give us some of our threat cards would be nice. Nope. Okay, so we're going to thwart getting rid of illegal arms factory. We'll deal 3 damage to I think we're going to deal the 3 damage. Do 3 damage here. I do kind of want War Room out because probably going to be helpful over here. It's just any ally, it doesn't have to be our allies. Then we're going to spend 1, 2, 3 to do Moon Girl. So we're up to our ally limit right now. Draw 3 cards. Okay, so we do have some confusing, which is great, so we can get rid of Whirlwind. And then we'll probably get down Tac Team, I think. So we're going to use Psylocke to do self-destruct device. We're going to confuse an enemy, so we're going to confuse Whirlwind, which will discard him. Deal 1, 2, 3. And then we also get to heal 2 damage. Actually forgot to put the counter on here to say that he actually has 13 max health. Okay, we're going to spend 3 to do tag team. Comes in with 3 counters. Mungo is then going to 4 for 2 off of the Immortal Curl, taking 2 damage. Tag team. Oh, no, we're not going to use tag team for that. Or are we? I think we'll just use tag team to get rid of Melter. Which means, okay, so then we're going to thwart for 3, get rid of this Crisis, and it's going to deal 3 damage here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, right, so Captain Jack is just going to knock off the Tough here. Gwen is going to, it's got the wrong token on it. Thwart for 2. Off here, which will ready Jack. We're then going to thwart for 2. Defeat an Immortal Claw, so he's down to 15. And then we get to deal 3 damage. I think we're just going to deal the 3 damage here. Just get rid of this guy. I would like Owen Harper down at some point, but I think for now that'll be 2 damage to 2 threat, or just 4 threat for 2. But if I get Owen down, it's more. So let's get Owen down. It's from the same account set, so Owen we're just going to exhaust and deal 1 damage to Curl. Immortal's Assault, I don't think it's worth it at this point. We wouldn't get any damage from it, but it would only be doing 3 damage, which is less than the Investigation. So we have, actually we have 4 torch with cards we control. So we get to, I'm going to remove 2 threat, remove 2 threat, remove 2 threat, defeat this, which means the Doctor's going to deal 3 damage. And then we're going to deal 2 damage. Okay, we're going to ready. We're going to draw 5 here. We've finally got Roy, which would be great for Emilia. To be fair, she's not really taking damage in a minute, but 5. Okay. So 1, 2. He's attacking here. I think I will defend. So he's doing 2 damage. We prevent all of it, but we do have to discard a random card, which is Immortal's Assault. That's a bit of a shame. Then he's attacking here. I think we just we'll stun us, but we don't really care if we're stunned. The only problem with a stun is we can't get rid of a stun. So if that causes us problems, which I don't think it does, so I think we're good. So we're just going to take it. We do get exhausted though, that's unfortunate. Take 1 damage and we are stunned. Okay, and card cards. 1, 2, Colour attacks you. Place 1 threat on the main scheme if this deals damage. We are just going to take it. It's 2 encounter cards. 2 base cards. 1, 2, 3. So we take 3 damage. We're stunned. And we place a threat on the main scheme. We have to go get a Masters of Evil minion. I'm just going to get Whirlwind out. Not too bad for us right now. Okay. So over here, she's a genius, so she could help get this down a bit, I suppose. But we also want to do something to the main scheme. We could do 1, 2. That's like 1, 2. Move 4 threat, stun and confuse. Stun or confuse 2 enemies. We could probably remove more, to be honest. We get, yeah, I think we'll get Roy out. Because it will just end up, we've got to get rid of Moon Girl if we do that though, so let's do that now. So we're going to remove 2 threat from here. Yeah, that should say from a scheme. Then we're going to spend 1, 2 on the last Centurion, which is Rory Williams. 1, 2, 3 because Rory's in play. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold on to the self-destruct device because it's helpful to have a healer in here. So we get to stun Whirlwind, which will defeat him, doing 3 damage here. 1, 2, 3. Then we get to stun or confuse, so we're just going to stun and confuse because we get to do it 2 more times. And it was 6 threat. I think we actually just remove all 6 from the main. Take it down to 2. We could attack here with the Track King or Rory, but Rory's kind of best to just keep Amelia around, and the attack team's kind of best for killing those minions that we just can't kill off with our normal skills. We haven't been able to use the TARDIS yet, which is a bit of a shame. So I'm hoping to be able to use it a bit more. But we haven't really needed to. We've had a minion every turn, so at least something to do with our minion every turn. I mean, we could attack with a song. Yeah, I think we're going to leave it there. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so Jack he's not good on health at the moment. Neither's Gwen, so yeah, we're going to use Tosh to reduce the next tech or weapon guard. So we're going to use Plasma Pistol to Energy Barrier. Massive Evil, there's no Massive Evil minions out, so Owen doesn't do anything for us. I'm thinking I get Change of Fortune down. Oh, actually no, I'm gonna flip down and discard a card from my hand to find a. Is it just from my deck? Yes, it's my deck. put a Torchwood card and add it to my hand. I was looking for, and they're all 2 cost. That's a shame. Shuffle a Torchwood tech or weapon card from discard pile into your deck. Let's grab Ianto. I could still get Change of Fortune down for Ianto, but I don't think I want to do that. So we're going to leave that. So we're going to ready. We're going to draw 4 more cards here. And we're going to draw 4 more cards here. Okay, we finally got the screwdriver down, which is turn up, which is good. So we should be able to get rid of this quite easily next turn. So 1, 2. He is stunned. He is confused. Encounter card and encounter card. Okay, so we've got several things out. Caught off guard, discard an upgrade or support control is going to be one of these energy barriers. I'm going to keep Torchwood around as long as we can so we can do the investigation to really high amounts. Then it is Jack's turn first. So we want Ianto down before we heal. So we're going to get rid of Powerful Punch. We're going to get rid of Change of Fortune to get Ianto down. What are the Torchwood cards have we got? Torchwood tech or weapon cards. We do have a Torchwood investigation, which would be nice to get in there. But I'm actually tempted to just shove another energy barrier in there. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We'll exhaust Ianto and shuffle it in. We're then going to heal for 6, back up to 10. We can only go up to 9, so that's fine. Then we're going to flip up. What's the still Masters of Evil? Okay. I could get rid of one of these, but I don't think we need to. We're going to have the Doctor with this out. So I think instead we're just going to spend 2 to go more towards assault. It's an attack, so it just gets rid of our stun. Gwen is going to fought for 2. Off of, she's not a genius, so she can't take off of here. So she's just going to fought for 2 off the main. Already Jack, so he is not a genius either. So just going to fought for 2 more off the main. Okay, then it's the Doctor's turn. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to get the screwdriver down, but what do we want to spend to do it? We're going to use Now Run and Self-Destruct Device to get a Sonic Screwdriver down. Then, so we get to increase the player side scheme limit by 1, so we can now have 2 player side schemes out. So we're going to exhaust this and spend 2 mentals, which is just going to be these 2, doesn't really matter. So not that. To get rid of the Sonic Converter. We're then going to use the TARDIS. I think we'll search the encounter tech for a minion and reveal it. We're going to reveal the armor card. We are then going to fought for 1 with River. She is not a genius, but she probably should be a genius, to be honest. Thinking about it, but she's not. Okay. Okay, we are going to fort for... we don't really need to fort right now. Okay, we are going to use media and ingenuity to negotiate. So we get to remove basically 6 threat, which will defeat this, but we'll deal with that in a second. And we get to place 3 status cards. Stun or confused. So we're gonna stun the armored guard, which will kill it. Why I flipped that. Then we're gonna stun and confuse claw. We defeated the side scheme, so we unfortunately are not going to get much of a bonus out of it, which is a bit of a shame. Because it's until the end of the round, you treat each mental generated as an additional mental, and that is a very badly worded scheme. As you can tell, this is the one I've just changed, and it is very badly worded. Until the end of the round, each printed mental generates an additional mental wall. But oh no, it's not too bad actually. We are going to flip down though, and we are going to heal for 3. 1, 2, 3. We have the TARDIS in, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay, so that's the Doctor done. We're going to draw 6 here. Yeah, we're going to draw 5 here. There we go. Goes weapon, so he's actually going to start attacking for a decent amount. 1, 2. He is stunned. He is confused. Make some counter card, and he can counter card. Advance. He's going to scheme for 2, 3, 4. Weapons are going to surge. He just heals 4 damage. That's fine. We do get an acceleration token because we ran out of cards in their deck. So it's the Doctor first. So we don't need to heal back up. It would be nice to get rid of the retaliate so Jack can start hitting claw. So we're going to flip up. We are going to fort for 3. I haven't got any side schemes in our hand or anything. We got all those side schemes at the start and then we just ran out of side schemes. Which is not great. We're going to spend 2 for the screwdriver to get rid of this. Use Audacity to get out endurance over here, which deals 1 damage to the villain. But he gains 3 hit points, so he can go up to 12 now. Then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2. No, that don't work. Okay, we're just going to do the 1 for negotiate, which is going to. We're just going to confuse weapons runner, which will discard him, dealing 3 damage here, and remove 2 threat from the scheme. Tempted to do River Song, so she's back in the shuffle. Yeah, I think I will. Just going to do 2 damage. Just defeat Song. Actually, before we do that, let's do the TARDIS. We're going to reveal a minion. I'm going to grab one of those armored guards again. Probably should have done that before we did negotiate, but wait, if we do that then it just knocks off the tough. So you know what, it's fine. I'm fine with her just knocking off the tough. Which does actually ready the TARDIS to return her to our hand. We're then going to use 1 to bring out River Song, which means we have to discard until we get a minion, which is going to be another Armored Guard. Could have also target us and get another one, but that's probably a bad idea at this point. Okay, well, we're going to attack team for 2 on this guy, and River's going to take him out. Means, oh, we do have to exhaust this, I didn't realise that. We get to remove the last threat. Okay, I think we did actually use this, we just forgot to exhaust it. Okay, so that is the Doctor's turn. So over here we're going to use 2 to get out Jack's pistol. And then I'm going to use 2 to get out the plasma pistol with 3 charge counters. I suppose technically I could have used Sacco to get that out easier, but it doesn't really make a difference because we haven't got enough for it. We do have a Armored Guard at the top, so we're going to use Owen to do a damage to each enemy from claws and counter set. So he's down to 6. Yeah, 5 side. Then I'm going to use Ianto to shuffle back in Gwen. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. I'm going to attack for 2. I'm going to deal the damage. Actually, you know what? We will have used Tosh, so we can keep the strength. I think that makes more sense actually. Rather than keeping team building exercise, because we've got most of our Torchwood stuff down, I'm actually going to shove them at the top. Okay, so that's both our turns done. I don't think we need looking for trouble, we just keep finding minions without any real problem. In this scenario, getting a cow card, and 2 more. Okay, we don't have any mentals in our hand, but we've got quite a few on the board, so we should be pretty good. 1, 2, 3. He's attacking here for 0. I think we're just going to take it. Deal 1 damage to each hero, and that's it. I'm actually going to use Energy Barrier, deal 1 of the damage back. And then this guy's attacking the Doctor for 1, which we'll just take. 1, 2. So I'm going to do either spend 1 of each resource. We could. Or exhaust your hero. We're probably going to get... Oh wait, did he attack? He didn't attack here, so actually it would be that one and that one against Jack. So let's do that first. We are just going to take it. There's 3 damage, we're going to take 2, redirect 1. I'm going to advance the stage. It actually needs to be more than that. It is normally 36, but it needs to be 46 because of a mortal claw, and that should come in with 6 for it. Okay, then it's in card cards, which this card isn't going to change. I don't want to exhaust every single character I control, that's a lot. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, unfortunately, so 2 doubles to do that, but unfortunately the best I've got. And then each massive evil minion engaged with you attacks you. Oh, I haven't got one. I'm going to bring back Whirlwind. Well, no, neither of us have got one. Okay, and then it's also each character you control. I think we're okay with that here. It's not nearly as bad. Okay, so Jack's going first. I do want... I don't necessarily need that because we're not really struggling on threat, but to be honest, we might as well do it. So we're going to reduce it by 1 and use repurpose to get it out. Then we're going to spend 2 to do Torchwood investigation. We currently control 1, 2, 3, 4 Torchwood cards. So we get to choose that 4 times. We know we're going to do a decent amount of threat removal here, so I think we just hit him really hard. So we're just going to do 8 damage. Down to 38. We'll do an extra damage with a plasma pistol. Do I want to do this? What is the top card? Come on, bottom card. It is a cool one, so it would be 1 to all cool stuff, so 1 damage here, 1 damage here. And then I think we're just going to shuffle this back in. We will do this. Look at the top 3 cards. And how's this worked? I'll just put it back. Discard 1, put the others on the top or bottom of the hand stack and remove threat equal to the amount of... Okay, so we're just going to do the 2 from here. And then I think we want that on top and that on the bottom. Okay, so that is Jack done. So, Doctor's turn. We haven't got any attachments to get rid of, so we can just pump all of our... So actually, because of that, I'm going to go search the encounter deck for a minion. And we're going to reveal Melter. We're going to be doing 1, 2, 3, 4 here, so... We could potentially get another one out, but it would mean he wouldn't be stunned. I don't think we need him stunned though. Yeah, so I'm going to attack with a song. Oh no, she's got 2 health left, so that won't work anyway. So we will do 1, 2, 3, 4 to do negotiate. So we're removing 8 threat in bites of 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we do the 1, 2. He gets 10 less health, so he's down to 26. Then we deal 3 damage to him. These, well, we're gonna confuse Curl actually, I think, instead. Do we? No, we are gonna stun him. Then we can just stun all these guys, which will defeat them all. Which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We don't need to exhaust to do anything here, so I think we are going to flip down and we're just going to heal for 3, just because why not? River's just going to attack for 2, so she's ready to do the TARDIS when we want her. Okay, we're going to ready draw 6 cards here. And we're going to draw 4 more cards here. So we've got Grim back, but we've also got Torchwood Investigation back. Okay. 1, 2, 3. He is stunned here, so he's not going to attack Jack. And he's going to scheme against the Doctor. Scheming for 2. And in cat guard, and in cat guard. Surge. Radioactive man, not nice. Discard a random card from your hand. That's a shame. That was our way of actually getting some stun statuses on this time. Okay. So it's the Doctor's turn first. We're going to flip up. We're going to attack. No, we're not. We're going to use the TARDIS to bring this guy over here. Then we're going to attack with River to attack. We're just going to attack her for 2. We're going to ready the TARDIS to bring her back to our hand. We're then going to use Fish Fingers and Custard to play River Song. So we have to discard until we get a minion. It's Tiger Shark. She's then just going to attack Claw for 2. Taking the damage. We're then going to look in for trouble. Come on, I've got a minion here somewhere. There we go. Removing 3 threat from scheme, from the main scheme side, and give him tough. Then we're going to bring it, and hopefully get some good cards here. We've got negotiate. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So 1, 2, 3. We'll wipe out all of these. Yep. To do negotiate. So we stun all of these. We only get to remove 2 threat here, but and then he's dead. Okay, so that was more of a minion heavy scenario. I don't know, for some reason I didn't think Cole had that many minions, but thinking about it, of course he does. He has like Matter of Evil and his minions, because the whole idea was to put to the test, does he work without that many minions? The answer was he works when there's a load of minions. Yeah, so is he too strong is the question, which I can never work out. Because in a scenario like this, he does kind of just dominate because he can just get rid of these massive minions for like 1 cost. But someone like Radioactive Man does kind of throw him for a spanner a bit, because he has to use other minions to be able to get rid of him. So we didn't get Radioactive Man against the Doctor. But he could have been a challenge for us, but he wasn't. We didn't really have to worry about damage to our allies, because I mean the whole time River was the only one who attacked. Neither of these were attacked, and Rory didn't attack, even though he could have, because he didn't really need to defend Amelia that much, but I suppose it's only fitting. The increase in player side scheme limit didn't really matter this game, but I think that's mainly because we got all of our player side schemes in like the first or second hand, so we couldn't really do anything with our player side schemes, because we couldn't get them down fast enough to be able to we couldn't get them down with the sonic screwdriver. So by the time we got them in that final hand, at which point it wasn't really worth it. There were a lot of rounds where we didn't even have to thwart because we did that much threat removal, and it wasn't like Jack was doing any extra, and it wasn't like we were using the aggression cards to do it. So negotiate may be a little bit stronger than it should be. I think it's my takeaway. In which case I still wanted to do the threat removal. So I'm wondering if there's no way around it. Because yeah, you basically have access to, if you have these 3 out, then you have access to 3 mentals every turn, which means that's 3 stuns or confuses, and removes 6 threat for stuff that you've always got on your board, which you're always going to try and get these 2 on the board, and you're probably going to pack an ingenuity in there. It's not hard to get it out for him because he's a genius on both sides. So yeah. TARDIS did help out. So the changes I made to the TARDIS was that you used to be able to only search top 5 cards of the encounter deck. But if you haven't got that many minions in a scenario, then the top 5 cards are just always going to fail pretty much. And yeah, so, and it was put into play rather than reveal it, so you would reveal a minion with like a nasty when revealed, but it wouldn't matter because you were just putting it into play. We didn't really see that in this game at all because none of them have when revealed effects. But it should be a bit of a nerf and a buff to the TARDIS at the same time. And the other action to be able to bring a minion engaged with another player into you will actually mean you can contribute to the actual whole game rather than just your board's minions. That might end up being too much of a buff, but we'll see. Yeah, so I think I need to run with him on a less minion heavy scenario, which I need to work out what what scenario that is. Fish fingers and custard ends up being a dead card. I thought I changed that. Wouldn't Sumi is out. I think that's okay. She's a very powerful card, so having a card that goes find her is important. And having that card just be dead when she's out, I don't think is the worst thing in the world. Now run, we didn't get to play. Really because we didn't get it when there was a ton of minions out. If there was a load of minions out, being able to stun and confuse them all is great. Talking like Ultron or something like that, and then you can just slowly bring them over if you wanted, or even if they're just stun and confused, it basically blanket saves your team. So could be really powerful, but obviously the disadvantage is they might not be engaged with you, so they might not be vulnerable. So, but we didn't get to use it this time because there just weren't that many, and Negotiate was in our hand. Negotiate is kind of a stronger version of this. It is a stronger version of this. Unless there's more than 3 minions, then this becomes stronger. So, yeah. It just kind of work. I think he did kind of take over the game a bit though, so might need some nerfs in some places, I'm not sure. Okay, we didn't see any of their Nemesis sets or obligations. It's a bit of a shame. Gwen Cooper. I'm actually happy with Jack than I thought I was. So we didn't get to play a massive amount of Jack's cards, like his events, because they just kind of got, there weren't enough minions around for Immortal's Assault to be kind of that powerful for us. But we did get quite a few tortured investigations out, which were great. That's kind of his big hit card. Once you've got your ally out and your supports, it's supposed to be like the major hit, and it does work. So that ended up being what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 and 8, or 10 and 10. I suppose technically could be 10 or 10. But you have to have everything set out for it, so I think that's okay. Might end up being a little bit too powerful. Again, they were a pretty strong team, so yeah, might be too strong. His pistol we didn't really get to use that much, but +1 attack was great, and ranged we didn't really have to deal with retaliate that much, so he didn't die, which was quite impressive, but it is probably a good thing that we made sure he didn't die. It isn't great to die as Jack, because it can screw over you next turn. So we didn't get to see that. We didn't see how that went. So again, might need another go at it at some point. I have realised all of his defence events, and I think the Doctor might have a defence event. Oh no, he doesn't have a defence event anymore. That's one that we got rid of. Is using the British spelling for defence when it should be the American spelling. Other than that, I have updated some of these cards because there's some text errors all over the place on these. But this should say in your hand. I'm pretty sure I updated that, but fingers and custard, where are you? Apparently not. Oh no, there you go. I obviously just didn't update that a second ago, so that's fine. But yeah, I think they both work. It's just whether they're a little bit too strong. Fast study, unfortunately weren't able to get a bonus out of that. That may be too strong, looking at it actually. That combined with negotiate is probably going to be a bit too much. But we didn't get to use it, so it's a 1 turn, bam, and not sure. But yeah, okay, so they're not completely broken, but might be a little bit too strong on this side. And we didn't really get to play too many on this side, so yeah. Right, I'm gonna leave it there, and I'll see you all next time.